If you are stuck with some form of back, butt, or sciatica pain where doctors cannot agree upon the cause of it, so that usually means that you've either been told that you have everything wrong with you, you've been given many different diagnoses, and or maybe you've been told that nothing is wrong, they can't find out what's going on, and you're trying everything to get rid of it, but it's not working, then this video could be a game changer for you. Be sure to stick around for this entire video, especially if you're having trouble sitting due to nagging pain in the back, butt, and or leg, as I showcase the power of your mind and imagination on your physical body and the pain that you're experiencing. Basically, I'm going to share with you a live coaching call that I had with a member of my private coaching program, the Glute Relief Accelerator program, where we teach people like you with back, butt, sciatica problems how to fix themselves naturally. And in this video, you will watch me guide Anmol through his own discovery of the real cause, the root cause of his butt pain. It's not his hamstring, it's not his piriformis, it's not his sciatic nerve like he was told, but rather it's his mind. And I know it sounds maybe completely crazy, but just understand he had many x-rays, many MRIs, ultrasounds, scans of his neck, his thoracic spine, his hips, his low back, his knees, his ankles, everything, and they could not discover and or agree upon the source of his pain. And as you'll see in this video, we were able to almost completely eliminate nearly 4 years of buttock pain that kept him from sitting for more than just a couple minutes using a technique I call creative visualization. And we did this all in roughly 20 or so minutes. Really neat and powerful stuff. And one thing that Anmol learned, and you'll see this as you go throughout the video, is that healing his butt pain needed to come from within, not from without. Sit back and enjoy the video. What started this originally, man? You're not really sure, right? Wasn't it like you said you did a lot of kickboxing or like running or something like that?
I've always been an active guy. I think going back to 2008, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
So started lifting, went way too deep into it, hardcore lifting, 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day. I think I was in the best shape of my life, had no pain, no nothing. And then I pivoted towards a little bit of running. And then I came to Canada, kickboxing, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, wrestling too. Like I was doing part-time jobs. I was in school. I was also lifting like crazy and doing boxing, kickboxing at the time. Like I was like really trying to occupy myself with every opportunity that I can find, whether it's recreational or job-wise or in school. So,
Mm-hmm.
and
Why
then
were, just curious, why were you trying to do that?
I guess I was really overthinking my life and I didn't want to waste any time. Um, like there's too many things to do and too little time, so I wanted to do it all.
What made you
And
think that?
then think I wanted to prove to myself that hey, you can do it all.
Why?
You are in a different country, so it's a new beginning, new start. If you are disciplined right now, if you're focused, like straight vision, if you have five, six things happening all at once, then something will come out of it. So I think that contributed a big part to this injury, physical thing. So maybe mental worries got to it, and then it shaped itself in form of a physical thing. But even then, I didn't feel like something was wrong. I was still like going crazy. After that, I graduated. I got like a green card for Canada, and then ever since then, I think slowly and but surely and gradually, this thing just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Was there
I
any
don't.
injury? You
I
mentioned
Yeah.
injury.
No, never fell down, never got in an accident, or um, even when I was kickboxing or anything, I never got a concussion or had a bad fall. No, nothing like that.
Why did you
I
move to
would
Canada? For education?
for education, for new opportunities. I didn't feel like India had enough, and
Mhm.
it's just too many people here. So it's like 1,000 students applying for like 10 positions. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, there's just too much competition.
Okay, got it. So you moved to Canada. Is that the first time you ever moved away from your family, or were you always, did
Mhm.
you? Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
first time,
Okay, got it.
2015.
Is there a
Mhm.
reason you feel you had to prove to yourself that you could, like, I don't know, do something?
Always. Even now, I try to be not so hard on myself. I know it's just like I have a younger brother. Back then, I was like, okay, you are the next generation. You're gonna carry on the legacy, but instead of carrying on the legacy, like why not create a new legacy? Your dad's in politics, so you could never do that. You have to find something else in like creative or marketing or advertisement, like just to prove that hey, you're not like a neo kid who's just got into politics or social work and then just continued. So that put like extra pressure on me that I have to perform, I have to do something different, take like road or the street that's less traveled. um, yep, so I've always been like extremely hard on myself and I always critique.
What do you think the real cause of your pain is?
I wish I knew. I have reasons, I have
Shoot,
things that I
tell me,
think.
tell me.
The pressure of not being able to pursue my passion, not being able to afford a house, or not being able to be fully independent, always asking for help from friends, family members, from my brother. That like fire inside you that you're not gonna amount to anything when everything's over. No one's gonna remember you.
Hmm.
Like all these things, they just contribute to the brain, and the brain just goes down the rabbit hole that you're nothing.
Hmm.
Like it just means that you're like going in the river and the river's taking you, and you're not even trying to go to the opposite upstream.
Hmm. Yep. Okay. So high pressure, a lot of stress, feeling like you don't want to be dependent upon others, feeling a bit worthless and or kind of, yeah, not worthy, right? You are nothing, right? Kind of fall in the river, river takes you, that type of thing, right? Wanting to make something of yourself, right? So people don't judge you for just like kind of stuff being handed to you. Let's just say something like that, right?
Yeah,
How do all these things make you feel, man?
pretty bad, overwhelmed.
I led with the question, what do you think is causing your pain? And you said pressure, stress, feeling dependent, you know what I mean, upon others, like you want to be able to take care of yourself, worthless, you're nothing, feeling bad, overwhelmed, right? Anything else? Okay,
Maybe
so
the overworking of muscles in my early years, and it's just showing right now the after effects.
do you believe that?
At this point, I'll just believe anything, even if it's a stupid thing or a stupid excuse. If someone was to tell me that, hey, drink this magic potion and you'll heal, I'll even drink that.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Okay,
I'll
okay.
like it's I'll tell you a story. When I was in Canada and they were doing my blood work, they were doing my MRI or whatever testing they were doing with their
Yep.
big fancy machines. So they would generate reports and send it to my doctor. So I would go to the doctor hoping or like having cross fingers that, hey, doc, tell me I have cancer, or doc, tell me I have a big this disease that no one's heard of, or something like some answer, rather than just saying, yep, we found everything to be normal. So back then I was thinking, okay, if I have an answer, if I knew that this is something that's wrong, at least that's some sort of satisfaction, you know? That's how I felt coming out of the office from my family doctor in Canada. There's no answer,
Hmm.
but they just say, okay, do this, try that, do this, try that.
Let me ask you this, man. You have the answer. What is the answer?
I, stress,
Keep going.
worries, stress, my self awareness, being too hard on myself,
Keep going.
overworking muscles from 5, 7 years, 8 years ago.
If you had an answer, that's what you said, right? If you had an answer, you would feel, I guess, better, right? I mean, it's nice to have an answer, right? Um,
Yeah,
but you have an answer. Of all the things you listed, what do you feel is the reason for why you still hurt?
maybe I'm just unlucky.
Let me ask you this, man. We'll come back to this in a second. What do you want in life, dude? This is not what you asked for, clearly, right? And I get that, you know, but stuff happens sometimes. And so you're handling it right the best you can. But what do you really want in life?
A loving partner, kids, a job where I can, or even my own thing where I'm like writing sketches, screenplay, funny comic things, dark jokes,
Do
uh, short stories.
you have pain sitting here right now?
Uh-huh.
Cool. How much is it? Give me a 0 to 100, and where is it?
70, 75.
Pretty high.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Like where my buttock begins and
Mhm.
then where thigh ends.
Yep. On the left side?
Left side. Yeah.
Okay, got it. The right side's fine?
Right side's good.
Okay, cool. So 75 out of 100, 100 being the worst ever, 75 being pretty yucky or pretty high. Right at the left butt cheek, right where kind of the left hamstringy area maybe attaches, or somewhere in the back of the thigh there, right?
Yeah.
How would you describe it? Tell me what it feels like.
Like you have a balloon and the pen's like just
Yep.
striking, like it's just in
Yep.
there, like the balloon's not popping.
Yeah, so we could say maybe stabby or sharp a little bit, you know what I mean? Like a pressure point there. All right, so just to be clear, before I do anything here, you said that you want a loving partner. Are you in a relationship right now or no? Can I ask that?
No,
Okay,
it's it's a lonely life right now.
I get it, man. Okay, you want kids. How many kids do you want?
2.
Loving partner, okay. Male, female,
Female.
okay. Describe loving partner.
Someone who listens, someone who shares the goofiness, someone who stays with me in good times, bad times, worst times.
2 kids, boy or girl? Did you say boy,
Boy,
and
girl.
girl? Boy, girl?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Boy, what's girl? Okay, job. What's your ideal job?
Uh, it doesn't have a name. I don't
That's okay.
think it.
Describe it. Make it.
In terms of a simple tag, I would say creative storyteller.
Cool, dude. Do you like to do that?
Yeah.
Creative storyteller. So jokes or humor. How often do you laugh?
Twice, thrice a day.
Cool.
It's more of a pity laughter these days. Like if I was to say generic laughter after seeing a stand-up comedy act, then yeah, I don't even have that anymore. It's more like, haha, okay, I'm showing you my teeth. That's good enough. Yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
so what you're saying is it's inauthentic.
These days, yeah.
Okay, creative story writer. Jokes, humor, storylines. Anything else?
I think you summed it up pretty good.
Okay, where do you want to live?
Somewhere where there's like a hybrid of city and countryside, like have a farm and then some chickens,
Cool, man.
for good eggs,
Yep.
and then also city because you can like enjoy laser tag or you can go do kart racing.
All right, but where? In Canada, in India? Are you going to find the city countryside in India? Or are you going to go, you want to go to America? Where do you want to go?
India.
Okay, it's fine. Cool. How much money do you want to make in this job?
Just enough to pass by. I don't want like a Ferrari or anything. As long as I have the right thing and the only things, I think that's enough and I'll be content.
I want you to close your eyes right now. Shut off this world. This world, just shut it off. Close your eyes if you can. Okay? All right. I want you to notice the pain in your butt cheek right now. It's like a 70, 75. It went away. It came back. You got it? It's kind of a little pokey and kind of a little sharp. Almost picture like your butt cheek like a little bit of a balloon, right? So I'm there underneath you. I'm kind of pushing my pencil into it and I'm taking it off. I'm pushing my pencil into it and I'm taking it off. Can you feel that?
Yeah, I can imagine the scenario.
Yeah. And just notice what you're feeling, okay? You got it? Cool. Okay. All right. So now what I want you to do, man, is you can take your attention away from that, but keep your eyes closed. All right. I want you to picture, man, that you're in the countryside. I want you to feel this, Anmol. I don't want you to just picture it and there it is. I want you to feel like you're actually there, okay? You're in the countryside, man, but the city's not too far off, okay? You've got the breeze, man. I don't know what it's like in India, but my guess is it's pretty hot. Is it pretty hot there?
105, 110 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, man. So you're outside right now. You feel the heat. You feel the warmth, right? Of the sun, of the breeze. You ever have like that hot breeze come by and it's like, whoa, man, right? It hits you. All right. You're just standing out there. Things are blowing back and forth. You feel the heat. Feel the heat on your face. Okay. What would it feel like? You feel like the orange glow going over your eyes, right? When you have the sun, you can kind of sense the orangeness, if you were, the light outside. But you've got the chickens in the background, right? Maybe you've got some other stuff going on, but you've got this nice big property, man. You don't have anything necessarily fancy in the sense of like crazy car or anything like that. But most importantly, man, right now you're sensing the heat on your face. And I want you to picture somebody puts their hand on your shoulder. Pick a shoulder. Put your hand on, they put their hand on your shoulder. It's a soft hand, man. It's not like a big manly hand. It's a nice, smooth, just like really soft, right? Smaller hand. You know it's a smaller figure, probably a lady, right? And then you turn around, man, and it's your wife. It's your partner. Your partner has a huge smile on their face. You have a huge smile on your face because behind your partner, man, you've got a little boy and a little girl. Now, I don't know their names. You can make up their names, right? But you've got a little boy and you've got a little girl. The one's chasing after the chicken. The other wants to play laser tag. You asked for it, so they're arguing back and forth, right? And I just want you to picture what that would feel like, man. Picture them running back and forth. You're just observing it, right? Just observe this whole scene, man, almost like you would observe like a sunset or, I don't know, just like something where you're sort of watching this this screenplay, this film, but you're in it. Right? Can you sense what that's like? Can you access a feeling there?
I think I can.
Okay, focus on one thing, man. All right. Picture your partner standing next to you. All right. Their hands on your shoulder. They're smiling. Kids running around. They're your kids. They're not someone else's kids. Can you get a vision of what that could look like?
Yeah, I'm picturing it.
Okay, what are you picturing? Describing what you're picturing. Walk me through it. You're the story writer, remember? That's what you do. You can throw some jokes in there if you want.
Okay, I'll try.
Go ahead, man.
It's a small shed-like house, nothing big, but not too small. There's a breeze blowing by, some birds chirping, and there's chickens in the background too.
Yep.
They're out of their chicken
Okay.
house.
They're
and
running wild.
They're running wild.
Yeah, yeah.
Both our kids are out in the open, just giggling and laughing and doing something that's making them even more laugh.
The chickens are chasing them.
Yeah. And then as you said, I just feel a slight tap on my right shoulder, and lo and behold, it's my beautiful wife. She has a big smile and says, "Here's your lemonade with
Lemonade.
with some rose flavored sugar in it. So that's the way you like."
Okay, now taste that. Taste that. You take a sip. What does it taste like, man? I don't know anything about rose flowered something lemonade, so you got to tell me. Feel it, right?
It just tastes like lemonade, and then there's some hint of rose, and it's just perfect. Like the sun is high, but it's not too hot. The breeze that's blowing by, it hits your sweat, so it makes it cold
Oh,
on your
yeah.
face, on your back. And the kids are asking you, "Hey, come play, let's do something." And yeah, we're all there playing like kids with kids, and it's a beautiful day.
Cool, man. Cool. Awesome. Okay. So let me ask you this, man. What I want you to do, keep your eyes closed, right? Is tell me, let's just go back and revisit the sensations in your buttock, okay? Any answer's fine, man. I just want to tell me what you've got. Okay. What do you got, man? What are you feeling? What are you experiencing? Any answer's okay. Just revisit
Okay.
that, all right?
Yeah, First, it's a weird sensation. It's like, do you know that tong? Like those tongs, when you hit them across the surface, it like vibrates. Doom, doom, doom,
Yep.
doom, doom, doom.
Yep. Yep.
It's kind of like that. It's not pointy or like a sharp pen like, but I feel something's like a band-aid or something sticky under
Cool.
my
Cool.
thigh. But like the sensation has changed from the pointy thing to like a flat surface. At the same time, I feel like my shoulders are very loose. They've loosened up.
I
Yeah.
want you to picture that there your kids are. You got to sit down now because they're running around like crazy. And I don't know, you're sipping on your lemonade. So just picture that. Okay. You're sitting on a chair. Maybe your wife brought you over a chair, right? You guys are just relaxing, watching the kids and the chickens run wild. And then like you feel something on your butt cheek, right? Like you sat on something. All right.
Mm.
And so what do? You kind of lift your cheek, you're looking down there right now. And
Yeah.
you've got like this big piece of bubble gum, right? That's stuck right to your butt cheek. Why? Because your kids were getting chased by the chickens, and one of your kids put that piece of bubble gum because they didn't want to choke on it. Because you, daddy, told them, hey, you don't run around with gum in your mouth. All right. Now what you do is you stand up and you peel that piece of gum off. Okay. Feel it peeling off, right? Like what the sensation would be like to kind of pull that off. Almost like like you said, like a Band-Aid, like a light kind of, there's a tack to it. There's a sensation to it. All right. Now you take that piece of bubble gum, all right, and you walk over right now. You feel the breeze on your face. Feel the breeze on your face. Feel the heat on your face as you're kind of walking into the wind, right? And you throw it in the trash can. You have a trash can next to that home of yours and or outside somewhere there. Okay. Did you throw it away? Is it gone?
Yep, it's gone into
Okay.
the garbage.
Yep. Now you're going to walk back, and I'm guessing because you love your partner, right? You're going to sit down right next to her in that same exact chair, but this time you feel the chair before you sit down. You rub your hands over the area of the chair where the gum was just to kind of get any of the residue off, right? Some of it kind of pills up. There's a little residue of the gum, and then you just sweep it off into the grass. There's nothing there anymore. Okay. You do that. Is it gone? Chair is smooth. Okay. Now sit yourself back down.
Okay.
And now re-engage, right? So now you pick up your lemonade. You start sipping on your lemonade and you're watching the chickens chase your kid. All right. One of them, the chickens are chasing one of them, right? Little girls getting chased by the chickens. And guess what? The boys are doing what they usually do. The boy, right? He has a water gun. Your little boy has a water gun. So now not only is your little daughter getting chased by the chickens, but she's also getting shot with the water gun. And you could stop it, but you're just enjoying it way too much, man. You're laughing, they're laughing. You realize she's not going to get eaten by the chickens. There's no immediate threat, right? And you're just enjoying the day.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I'm picturing it right now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no colors or anything. It's like the black and white, but or grayed out, but still like I can imagine it.
Yeah, totally. Cool, man. So as you're sitting there watching them, okay, what I want you to do right now, man, keeping your eyes closed, is I want you to bring your attention back to your left cheek, where you peeled the bubble gum off, where you took the Band-Aid, where you took any of that stickiness right away and you threw it in the trash, all right? Explain to me what you're experiencing right now in the left butt cheek. Any answer's okay. Just describe to me.
It's just solid. Like I'm sitting on a chair and the butt cheeks feel solid. By solid, I mean there's no. I wouldn't say like the pain is 100% eliminated, but it's pretty close to that. Like it's just flat. There's no pointy. There's in fact there's no sensation at all. That's why I said it's like just flat and it's just solid.
Cool, man. And so you're sitting there this whole time. Go back to the chickens. I don't know what's happening now, man.
Mm.
Maybe you drank all your lemonade and you need a refill. Okay. So you
Uh,
watch your wife walk away. She's beautiful, dude. You got a beautiful view. Watch your wife walk away. She's going back to get the lemonade and she's bringing
mm,
you back some, right? And this whole time, man, in your kind of countryside home, right? While you're watching the chickens run around, your kids scream and laugh, right? And fall over because now they're slipping on the water from the water guns, right?
yeah.
You have no pain. You're not thinking about your cheek. You're not thinking about anything else. You're just so consumed in what's happening and the joy that's filled your life at the moment and the beauty of the scene. Here comes your wife, by the way, welcome back. She's a 10 out of 10. All right. Can you see her?
Yeah.
All right.
She's 10 out of 10.
She's 10 out of 10. All right. You know what I mean? Right. And she drops your lemonade off, man. And all you're focused on is just having a great time. It's still hot, but the breeze is cooling you off. Your wife, she made things extra hot, but she brought you the lemonade to cool them off.
Mm.
Right. Your son's cooling off your daughter because he's shooting her with lemonade. He's the hottest one shooting him with lemonade. That's a story twist, right? Shooting her with the water gun. He's the hottest because, well, he's just running around. He's got nothing to cool him off, all right? So you're going to have to dip him in the pool.
Mm.
And can you get a sense for what that feels like, man? Get really involved, like emotionally involved in that. Can you do it?
I have no worries. I am focused fully in the moment. I'm enjoying the best lemonade in the world with the best person by my side, with the best kids that anyone can ask for, and there's no miseries, there's no problems, no issues in my family, in the world. Like it's just pitch perfect. Something that you see on a holiday card or like that template on a default paint or a picture frame, like those template people, like they're all happy and they're not thinking about anything but just smiling all around and enjoying the current time. Yeah, that's what I'm imagining and that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, really cool, dude. How does it feel, man?
Feels like I have everything. I don't need anything else in the world right now at that point, at that moment. Just enjoy it. Just take it in and enjoy it.
Nice, dude. Nice, man. All right, so now keep your eyes closed. Bring your sensation back to your buttock. What do you got, man? You're still sitting there, right? But what do you got? Any answer is okay. Again, just describe me the experience.
The pain has gone significantly down. Like I would say even 40, 45 from 70. Yeah,
How does it feel?
feels like a big relief. Feels even amazing
Yeah.
that even for even like just imagining the things that might happen, that could happen, that will happen, that changed the entire thing. Like in present moment, it changed everything.
Mm-hmm. Cool, cool. Yeah, man. So now what I want you to do is just bring yourself, you don't have to pop your eyeballs up, but just bring yourself back to awareness, okay? Like consciously in the sense of, you can open your eyes, you can just kind of come out of that, come out of the story, if you will, jump back out through the screen. I know you don't want to leave maybe, but you can. All right. And we can kind of
Open my
summarize some
eyes.
stuff. You got it, buddy.
I'm looking for the right word. It's enchanting. It's like even like that magic dust, like it's like the sparkles have been thrown onto my thigh and somehow magically the pain was lowered. And most important of all, it just feels a big relief. Yeah, it feels like that.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah. some or a few seconds in there when I was imagining it, just I totally lost track of time. I didn't even realize that time existed.
Yeah.
Like it was just too slow and fast at the same time.
Yeah. Now, here's the cool thing, man. I didn't do anything. That's your story. Do you think that you can get rid of this pain?
I want to. I've been trying. I've been just shooting my shot at everything.
What do you think that you need to do?
uh, Not focus on pain. Focus on something else. Something that makes me feel happy.
Is that what we just did, basically?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
totally.
Was it helpful? Did it reduce your symptoms?
It did. It did. Yeah, I can safely say it did.
I can safely say it did too. All right. And so we did nothing physical to change your sitting in the sense of structurally. I didn't have you get up. I didn't have you sit on a cushion. I didn't have you do anything weird. In fact, we let you sit there longer and longer and longer, which usually makes this worse and worse and worse. Right?
That's true. Yeah. I'm just thinking of the past occasions, the past times where I'm like doing my work from home and I'm like crunching numbers down, and like the more I sit, the worse it gets, but I can't get up because I have to finish the project. And like the constant battle of working and then thinking of the pain, it's like a vicious circle. It just goes on. I do some more crunching, the pain increases. I know I can't get up. I know I can't move around the bedroom or my workplace, and then because I'll lose time in the project. So,
Yep. Yep. And
but
so
none of
what?
that happened here.
Yeah. Yeah. None of that happened today. The longer you sat and the more you emotionally involved yourself and or charge the thoughts and feelings surrounding your ideal life in this case, the better your sensations or your pain experience got. Yeah, here's a way to better understand it, okay? Your body is an instrument of your mind. That which you think, you can feel. And so if your body is an instrument of your mind, then the thoughts and the feelings that you choose to emotionally charge can show up as a physical sensation. Anmol, what I'm telling you is that the pain that you're experiencing in your butt cheek is simply your alarm system, your mind or your brain, if you will, making a mistake. You're feeling the physical sensations, but there is no physical damage.
That's a tough pill to swallow. Like, in a way, it's like saying, hey, it's all in your head. And it just makes me chuckle that all this time it's all in your head. It's all in your head. Like, you could just turn it off when you want, but
You
like,
can.
listen. Li-
You just
yeah,
did.
we just did. Yeah. I don't have words. Like, all your life, you think, okay, physically, if a machine is broken, you need to change the gearbox or the lever.
Yep.
Like, something physically is wrong. But if something is mentally wrong, like, how can you change that, or how can you get past it?
Now, inside the program, we talk about both hardware, movement as medicine, but then also mind, and how to sort of reprogram your mind such that it can view the sensations that you're experiencing with a sense of lightheartedness, not as such a threat. Now, some people are going to have pain, Anmol, that is purely structural or hardware issue. I bent over, my disc, right? This happened to it. I tore something, whatever. Structural problem. Other people do not have structural problems. They think they have structural problems, but it's more of a software issue. It's more something in which they condition themselves to experience. Pain can be learned. It's real. But the pain that you're experiencing is not due to damage. That's the difference. It's not that it's not real. It's very real because you feel it. You're not making it up. You're not a crazy person. It's very real. So I'm not discrediting that. The pain that you're experiencing does not mean and or is not correlated with physical damage. Here's your mind. Here's your body. Body is instrument of mind. Notice how big I made the head. You've got your conscious mind. This is your thinking mind. You've got your unconscious, not unconscious, subconscious mind. This is your emotional mind. Right now, what happens is you have thoughts, you have feelings, because you have senses. You can see, you can hear, you can taste, you can touch, right? All that stuff, right? They're neither negative nor positive, but a lot of them are negative right now. You've got a lot of negative stuff going on, right? Or at least a lot of potential negative inputs.
Yeah, right.
I've got pain. Sitting sucks. I'm confused about why I hurt, right? All this stuff, it's coming in. It creates doubt. Nobody knows really what's going on. Let's do these things and let's hope and see. Creates doubt, creates worry, creates fear. That which you impress upon the subconscious emotional mind, because you get emotionally involved in these thoughts. You probably get anxious about doing things. You probably get worried about doing things. You probably wonder whether or not you're ever going to be able to get out of pain. And okay, then how does that impact my story that I've just created? Am I ever going to be able to do those things? Or you get emotionally involved. If you emotionally charge those thoughts, then guess what? Those things, that which you impress must be expressed. So if you impress something on subconscious mind, you get emotionally involved, it charges it. That is expressed in the body as anxiety. Feeling heart racing, feeling kind of anxious, feeling like you don't really know what to do, feeling a lack of clarity, right? And in this case, pain right here. Pain right there. And anxiety creates a state of dis-ease. It puts you in a state of dis-ease. In other words, creates. You see
Everything,
that?
yeah, everything you wrote that you drawed, I can't help but think and use those things, like use them as an examples of the things that I've been doing, and it just makes sense. And yeah, even talking, like hearing you say these things, like my pain, it just wants to boil even more. It wants to like get out and get out and get bigger.
Let it do what it
But
wants. Let it do what it wants. It's fine. It just blew away, man. It's just like it's a tumbleweed. There it goes. And if it wants to come back, well, here it comes. That's kind of weird. And if it wants to go, whatever. You've got this little I don't know, this little tornado out in the desert. Let it do what it wants. Just watch it. It's not hurting you. It feels painful, but it's not damaging you.
that's a good line. It feels painful, but it's not damaging you. I can't believe like it's such a small thing in like a short span of time, but then it just changed the whole story.
Yeah.
Like it opened.
Change your story, change your life. Change your story, change your experience. This is just part of the experience. It's nothing else. It starts here, and then it shows up here or here.
Whew. That was different. I've never like experienced anything like that before. I mean, I imagine stuff. I imagine this could happen, that would happen, but like being in the moment and imagining, those are like a completely different ball game.
Yeah. It's neat, dude.
Yeah, I need to like really process what just happened earlier. Oh man. Thanks, Dr. Charlie. Thank you. Oh boy.
Your solution, Anmol, is not only inside the program. More importantly, it's in you. Here's what happens. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. And what people in pain try to do is change their outer world. I'm going to go to this PT. That didn't work. I'm going to go to this PT. That didn't work. I'm going to try this shot. I'm going to get this image. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not saying there's never any validity in that.
You have no idea, man. All the things, all the tests
I know.
that I've done. Yeah, it's just too much.
I get it, man. It's in the past. Everyone wants to change this. They're here. Everybody wants to get a different mirror because they don't like what happens when they look in that mirror. See, PT didn't work. Acupuncture didn't work. Chiropractic. It's something wrong with this. What they're not telling you is that the only way that you can get out of pain, in your case, instead of changing the mirror, you have to change yourself. The mirror doesn't lie. Every time you look in the mirror, it's going to show you. If you're holding up 5 fingers, it's going to show you 5 fingers. If you're holding up 4 fingers, it's going to show you 4 fingers. If you're happy, it's going to show you're happy. If you're sad, it's going to show you're sad. Instead of trying to get a new mirror, thinking that there's going to be something magical about the next one, the next PT, the next chiro, the next acupuncturist, the next whatever. You've been trying to switch these out. I'm telling you that you need to switch this out. You need to become a new you. Now, it doesn't have to be hard. I'm not saying it's easy. The process is fairly simple, if you will. But it takes a lot of freaking repetition and practice. Right now, the repetition of the practice that you're putting in is just the repetitive acceptance of all this negative narrative. This narrative that you don't want.
No.
And it's become habitual for years. And for good reason, probably, in the sense that you've had a lot going on, man. I can't even imagine the stuff you're going through with where you're at, dude. But the good thing about that mind, little body, dude, is that you have a choice to accept or reject, easier said than done, anything you plant in here. Thoughts become things. If you change the way you view things, what you view changes, or the way you view things changes.
It comes from within.
It comes from within. You got it. I don't want you to have to keep jumping from this PT to that PT to now I'm in India and I'm trying this and I'm trying that. You don't need to. You're trying to change the mirror. It comes from within. All right, so really powerful stuff there. Kind of sends chills through your spine, right, when you watch that. You see where he was and what he was able to experience and go through there. As Anmol finally realizes, again, that for years he's been relying on other people to fix him. But the whole time, his ability to heal himself was from within. He had it within him the whole time, not from without, not outside of him. Anmol was trying to change his external world, but now he knows that he needs to change his internal world, and that how he feels on the outside, his physical pain that he's experiencing, is merely a reflection of how he feels on the inside, internally. Really cool stuff. So look, if you are stuck in pain and looking to learn the exact step-by-step process that you can follow so that you don't need to rely on other people to not only resolve your pain, but just change your life and open up your eyes to new opportunities for you, check out the link in the description below where you can submit your personal case for review. I review all cases personally, and apply to work with us inside our Glute Relief Accelerator program, and I would love to see if/how we can help you out. Until then, stay well, and thanks for watching.